on their map choice, and well, we're going to get things underway. Just a smoke and a flash in the hands of Peppzor. I think he's going to ride and die by that supportive element. Poison into the P250. Let's see if those openings from the group stage can ring on out here in the playoffs. 1xBet odds are favouring ENCE. And some aggression from Poison early as he's going to try and track on down anybody aggressive towards these bathrooms. Make sure that there's no early CT information available. So far, so good. Spinks went out early with a scouting party. Now he's going to drop on back the jiggles of Diha there, as he might be the first to take contact over towards Monster.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the game plan. They're trying to sell and take away this control of toilets. Another exchange as Spinks and Hades have been dispatched now to that Dicebox info jump, and there's more info. Poison's still there. A commitment of the util would definitely force a bit of a rotate, perhaps out of Snappy, especially should the frag come through. It's a hard clear. Poison distracted. Spotted, util, Spinks could engage, and look at this. This is forcing a rotate, but still Spinks the one to draw blood. Peppzor needs to live. They are committing into an open B-bomb site, Chad.
Oh, a bit of a boo-boo here, but they're rotating back, and Diha's taking down Krim, stopping them at the door.
Yeah, and with the bomb now down, it is going to get even worse. A small site, nice fight. Alex gets away. Heaven shut down. Glocks are finding connections. Another indeed, and already Hades has managed to voice concerns. Time is on their side, and great shot from mezii finishes what his teammates have started. These Glocks at range are working, and look at that. It comes through for fnatic. Miraculous recovery, 3v5 at one point, I think. But regardless, turning it around, and Alex, I believe, starting it with a great shot onto Heaven.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff right there. And if you're ENCE, you're thinking, oh, we may have over-rotated right there. We got caught out of position. Just as they start to pedal back over towards CT spawn, they're entering into the site. They get a kill. That second one is beautiful stuff, because the rest of the players are over towards A, still dealing with the fake that Peppzor was a part of selling. He closes this one down. We just have a quick technical issue called here.
It was too good of a round. I guess Peppzor must have ripped down his keyboard or something.
There's the early stages, guys. You want to make sure we can get everything sorted. And we got Poison, the man on your screen right here. Now, he's been picked on up by fnatic. He has been added to the ranks. And look, we knew that Smooya was there. That didn't work out so well. That's not the marriage made in heaven. But Poison's there now. And he's had a great group stage for the team.
Yeah, no, he certainly has demonstrated his value very quickly. I mean, there's nothing better than showing up for a team who are desperately looking for answers, desperately looking for a final piece of their puzzle, and then qualifying. You know, like, hey, mate.
Job done.
Yeah, you're on trial, but we want to qualify. You show up and you do. So, like, first box checked, but we are going to have to wait to see the longevity of Poison and whether or not he can function within this unit. I think he certainly could be a piece that they need. You know, Alex can rely upon him in the same way the desk were talking about Crims. Whether or not Poison can be consistently there in the server remains to be seen.
Oh, a bit of a spill here. So the timeout originally was called, I believe, to fix a fnatic mic issue. But as we can see here, we've got the admin just behind Spinks, just sorting out.
Pad.
Yeah, maybe there's been something a little bit sticky on the table before him. You know, you never want anything sticky on your desk. And we'll check back on the Spinks cleaning watch any moment now. It is going to be a force buy going forward. I can give you that much going into round number 2. Oh, it could have been a hand warmer. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you can overplay with those things, can't you?
Yeah, you're just like a fidget spinner, but with a real punishment if you fiddle too much.
Look at his keyboard here, Alex.
That's a 90-degree turn, Chad.
Yeah, and I did one of those little pieces with him as well, taking a look at how he sets up and plays. I believe he's one of these guys that sits on his leg. When he's taking things seriously, he sits on his leg. When rounds are a bit more chill, like the ecos, he'll just sit normally.
Okay.
But there's a couple of them out there. Yukinda does the same. It's different variations. You've got Simple that does the same as well.
Simple sits on his leg.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I thought it was all about 2 feet planted to the ground.
That's what Elijah's been selling us for years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The good posture, the monitor far away, mouse pad perfect.
Armrest under the desk, belly to the table.
There's a lot of that as well when they get pressed in. I've asked the question, like, why do you guys we feel more locked in? It makes sense, right? You're not just like leaning all over the place. You're not doing the JDM. You're in the zone, but here we go. Let's get back in the zone. Thank you for bearing with us. Technical timeout has now come to a close, and away we go. Spinks over towards A on the solo, and it's a 4-man B stack. But if I'm fnatic, I'd want to feel this out. I want to see what's on the table. What have they brought on in with? Is it a force? Is it an eco? You want to find that out sooner rather than later.
Could be an exchange here. Snappy's going to get information more than anything else. Just looking for silent jumps, is he? Nothing spotted. Crims is even pre-aiming the triple boost, and Maden can clear him, and there you have it. Crim's caught off guard. I don't know if it was just a distraction of the sound or whether...
That could have quite truly just been to bait the noise.
Yeah, imagine.
That would be something wild right there.
Chess going on here.
Just use the the idea of a triple boost to find an opening kill. Well, on their haunches now, fnatic down a man very early, a minute 10.
Oh, but Counter-Strike is getting so advanced. Like, if that's really what happened, we're not attributing too much value to it. It felt like it. Maden with a nice hard clear of short.
So nerdy if that's the case.
Exactly. Right, well, this is only the second round, so strap in, folks. A whole lot more to look forward to. Alex with all his friends and the bomb.
They can do a B execute here, right? They've got enough smokes, and that's a well-placed nade. Going to soften up. Unconfirmed damage. They are coming. Another smoke to deny. Diha's got that Mac 10 in hand now, and could be perfect for a monster funnel. But the rotation from A, it's going to be a little bit far away. Hades, Snappy, and Spinks can't respond too quickly to this.
Yeah, and it looks like Util is being lined up as we speak. mezii responsible for the flank as well.
They're rotating now. They're ahead of this.
Yeah, I think they're starting to suss it out. 29 and counting. Contact is found. They're walking through short, just walking contact in, and it is a disaster for the boys. Look at that. Diha makes it look so damn easy, and 5 hearts beating. They're going to leave with AKs and Galils.
Oh my lord. Okay, they didn't get all the goodies as part of the rotation there, but 1 AK and a Galil picked on up. That is fantastic work. What a bounce back that is. And all with that little opener manufactured by the jump noise of Snappy. So you can see this. Crim's starting to acknowledge it, looking the complete wrong way, and the bullet in the side of the head. Couldn't be better. Crossfire here coming out dry with no heaven smoke into the scout of Hades, and the bounce back. ENCE, they pick up the force bite. They put fnatic now in that its same fortune. They're going to go with some deagles, some armor, some light util, and braving the flames, they're able to get around. Oh, that one's going to catch Hades off guard.
Could have gone much worse for Hades. He'll be happy to have gotten away with the info presence and Fountain posted up on that scout now.
Oh, they're close to this already, Hades. Are you prepared?
Oh, wow. Yeah, he gets an opportunity. 1 click is all he's given.
Felt like he wasn't expecting that, but still able to connect the shot there. So Alex goes down on a pacey one. The next walks in. Poison's going to hit the deck, and the force bite back from fnatic without the Galils, without anything too juicy. It's just Deagles looking for heads, and right now all they're being greeted with is bullets.
Yeah, sometimes Deagle Kev can feel like a real sharp canine tooth, you know, capable of doing damage. This time it feels more like kind of a goat's molar, you know, flat.
I've never looked at goat's teeth.
Nor have I, but I felt really...
Goat's molar?
Yeah, well, I imagine they're chewing grass.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I imagine it's more of like
they're in a field.
A grinding sensation as opposed to a biting.
It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of bite right now. They have a smoke and 2 flashes, but some of those zingers would need to be hit. There's one. Plenty more necessary as we're at 35 seconds.
Yeah, come on, Crims. You got any more of those? He's got the responsibility of the util. Likely. Whoa! Spinks looks for info, catches lead instead, and now into the site. Diha's Galil. Next on Crim's menu, Peppzor down and out. mezii, good damage. Really nice shots out of his dig too. They are making them work for this. It's only Crims. He started this. Now he leaves with an M4 and turning the flash. He lives on. 8 seconds. He's not going to be able to get the bomb down. He does isolate the duel. And a threatening presence from Crims early. It's good to have him back in the server, Chad.
Yeah, a couple of crackers right there. I think you're seeing what he's capable of, and you get a bit of a grin on his face because that was a stinker of a round, starting with 2 early deaths, and then Crims turns it around. Actually gives us something to shout and scream about. There's the first, Hades, bang. The second, just as beautiful here. The precision of Crims, and the desk was talking about it, right? He's one of these individuals that's always been fantastic, but maybe hasn't always gotten the praise he should. The King of Kings. Now they're down to the Glocks on fnatic here, and this, well, will most likely be the ENCE third. No dramas about that. Now, early, we can already start looking at a couple of details from ENCE, right? Making sure they get that stair Molotov in. It gives fnatic a couple of options when we get towards the gun rounds. They can extinguish, right? They can wait it out. That's going to help ENCE piece this one together, but an eco slaw possible. And it's like coleslaw, but I would say tastier for Counter-Strike players.
Yeah, probably. If I had to choose between an eco stomp or some coleslaw. And Spinks has got some lovely free frags. Not so free, actually. He asked for a refund. Peppzor's gone down, and so is the squad. The Glocks do get close to the bomb site in terms of ground covered, but unfortunately the bomb has been denied, and Poison's the last to be added to their naughty list. So, I mean, this is dreamy for ENCE, isn't it? In terms of the first 4 rounds, looking at the amount of rebuys have been forced, we are going to be seeing them accrue quite a nice little bit of backup cash.
And it's okay that one player goes down there as well because they retain that rifle and it means that Hades can get out the AWP, which is perfect for the first gun round. On the other side of things, fnatic, however, don't have enough to splash that cash for Poison's AWP. They'll be operating with 5 rifles here.
And he was a serious difference maker when he got that Zoom banger in his hands.
Opening kills and Poison, that was a key factor to why fnatic were able to get through that group stage and show us face here within the playoffs. But Hades, aggressive early.
Living for the aggression early, and he's been backed up enough to get away safely. Spinks overseeing the cross and confirms one through to the playground.
That must have been on a jump right there. It must have been on the jump. Crims just lops off another big head and no man's land. Spinks has got one. Can he get away? He can't. Peppzor, nice trade.
Okay, into the long side. Bombs committing that side, but there is still a very clear divide of ENCE's resources. Will Maden and Snappy choose to re-aggress short? They know Crims was last seen there. They're holding their nerve for now.
It's an awkward position to be retaining. As he spots one, does he expect the other? That's the question.
He looks like he was, yeah. There's loads of time for fnatic. And this man advantage. They cannot afford to let this slip. But here lies Hades. And down goes Peppzor. It is as simple as that. 50 seconds as it's pulled back into a 3v3.
Now I'm going to connect that in towards Snappy. He's got the first.
Oh, he's low. Should be run down. Trying to run away now. Smoke deployed. He knows there's likely a second coming.
They're divided. What are they meant to do?
Crims is trying to be a form of assistance, but Snappy's about to completely disappear. They know he'll have gone towards T-spawn.
They're going to be left chasing their tail about all this.
But he can support B eventually. 30 seconds. You are scratching your head now if you're Alex. He has to make a call. Crims is there with him. Riding into B. It's the right call to at least get the bomb down. Hades responsible at this point in time, but there's a smoke is deployed. Crims now responsible for that. Snappy, the flash! It obscured him just a little too much. Couldn't punish the low HP initially. This time, Snappy bests him. Kill. A big pick from Snappy. Alex in a very uncomfortable clutch. The smoke may help him. Hades, are you ready? No, he wasn't. And low HP. Alex to come up clutch for fnatic. He's in the right place, dancing around the pillar and finds the toes. Snappy falls. A big clutch up from Alex. And contributions, they turning it around, but it was dire straits in the mid-round.
Yeah, that got really, really rough, especially with the positioning right there of Snappy. And the fact that he gets Crims, that is a huge kill to make. I thought that he'd done more than enough. He gets that kill over towards Connector, and he gets away, adds the question marks into the round. And that Crims kill, it's so difficult to expect that. Now, this is the Crims opener right here. Onto Diha on the jump. Look at that. The shots that Crims has hit so far have all just been absolute blistering hot, and Alex necessary finish. So the rounds that fnatic have won so far, Alex has had a multi, right? Keep that in mind. Good form from the in-game leader out here early. Scout for Poison, no AWP back for ENCE.
They've done it again. Diha is actually getting a real rough go of things, a rough shake of the stick, and Crims, we spoke his name, he is trying his luck with a very hyper-aggressive, isolated push. I mean, he's more just maintaining the control, but he's tucked sandbags, and no one is anywhere close. He's going to hear that. It's
great for Alex to have a weapon like Crims available now because it's somebody you don't need to micromanage in a key position of the map like this. He can turn his attention to having mezii, to having, obviously, Peppzor and Poison as more of the pack with him, and he can leave Crims up to his own devices.
Like, they know it's a possibility. Hades is well drilled. He would punish a jiggle from Crims, but Crims far too experienced. And up into jail. Both of them. Oh, actually burning. Nasty good one volley. For Maden. Forces him out of the close corner. He does return fire, and Snappy straight through the smoke. Peppzor down. This is Alex's time to shine. Through the smoke, mezii contributes. Only Hades. He needs a multi-kill, and he has caught a little gap on that smoke. A good punish. Crims to activate. It's up to the CTs now. 2v2 as Spinks takes down Crims. Oh, this looks bad for fnatic all of a sudden. They're not prepared for Hades. The smoke draws their attention and a back spanked. It's just the two of them, Spinks and Hades, 2v4.
Just the two of them. A big conversation point for ENCE throughout the group stage was the fact that those two, they lead all groups as far as 1vx situations go, both of which have 9, right? So 18 in total for the two of them in ENCE throughout their group stage, which was a great performance from them. Fantastic from Snappy to find one. The little details here was obviously that Molotov off of the skybox there that lands close monster to clear out that player. So nice little details from fnatic to isolate some of the tendencies and holds of ENCE, but not enough. And back into the buys we go. Galil AK surrounded by deagles, and those flames we spoke about are back up here towards those stairs. Crims with another extinguish. I'm sure they're confident taking this fight. They've been winning it out here, fnatic.
They want to win out that duel. Diha losing his life twice. Back-to-back rounds. And this... Oh, I was going to say swing open of the door, but you can even boost. You have to get right on the edge there.
flashing nothing. They're a little bit worried.
Oh, Snappy. The door swings open. He has cover.
Bully goes down here.
And he actually takes the head off of Alex. So fnatic, they're just struggling to find him. One man with only a plan and an MP9 gets 2 for the price of 1.
Feels like enough, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You'd need something out of Peppzor here. He's taking a lot of space in toilet. Spinks is making no secret of him retrieving info. And oh no, with their knife out, ENCE are looking very aggressive at the right times here. Poison alone, no health, no hope, and 50 seconds for him to think about what's happened.
Yeah, you can see Spinks was flirting with the idea of pushing forward there. They could really constrict the position of Poison, but with that low HP, should just be able to blow him over in the breeze.
Yeah, you sit in an off angle and click first.
Yeah, this is an odd one there as Poison steps on out, goes on down 5-2. The score now reads, and a great start for ENCE as part of this. Now, it will be the eco going forward for fnatic. Next round, they get the 2,900 loss bonus coming into their bank balance. That means that we're likely to see the AWP come out for Poison, and then the standard gun rounds for fnatic can soon follow.
Pretty safe argument when you're looking at a 5-2 scoreline that Poison does need an AWP. You know, he's actually has struggled to contribute fragging-wise as well. Get him on his signature weapon and let him work some opening picks.
Just the idea of the presence of an AWP on a map like Overpass, once he rings off a shot, he can hold down some territory and allow those rifles to work. It'll dissuade the rifles on the other side to come back in for information without utility at least.
Oh, Hades is going to have fun here, isn't he?
The thing is, Snappy has the SMG, right? And I'm sure that they might want to send him out first to, first of all, farm the kills. And second of all, if he goes down, then they're still likely to get an AWP out for Hades in the next round. The money's starting to build over there for ENCE. So see what liberty Snappy wants to take once Hades and Spinks identify how many players they're dealing with. But I think what did we call it when we had Glaive with us? Was it a coffee break round? You know, they're just taking a time out here, just kind of chilling, trying to milk through some of this CT utility, make sure it's expended for those reinvests. And yeah, well, you speak his name. Here comes Snappy with some aggression.
He does have a deagle, so that gets him nowhere.
Just keep looking now, right? If you're Snappy, you got the number advantage. There's a minute on the clock. You know what silly games they're playing, right? You're aware that they're just trying to do this type of gameplay where they make you expend all that utility. Snappy pushed, and now he's actually dropped on back. So 50 seconds remaining, looking like they're going to meet their demise fnatic over towards the A site.
Yeah, Hades isn't going to need much more than just the info on the jiggle. Team to swing through. And a well-handled round. Spinks racks up 3 before Crims puts him down. His deagle is still threatening. Crims has made it clear he is present in the server already. Loud. And Snappy gets another. So well-distributed frags, get some extra cash to splash, and as discussed, Poison, we want to see that AWP on him.
The great thing there is Snappy got back again. He's done this in 2 rounds now, got the upgrade back from an SMG into a rifle. So he's doing a great job there, Snappy, but a timeout immediately called here, and this is going to come in from the side of fnatic. A chance for Kita, the coach of fnatic, to help confer with Alex, or maybe just discuss the approach, because as we mentioned, they haven't had the full gun round you'd be looking for, right? If you have a star AWPer or someone capable of that level like Poison, you want to get his primary gun in his hand, unless you have some tendencies you want to exploit. Okay, this is a gap we can find. It's maybe better to target this with rifles. Maybe you want to do more monster explodes or pressure over towards B with executes. In that regard, if you're not just doing standard map control, it might be better to get Poison into an AK, but he hasn't purchased just yet, right? He just got the buy coming on through, does get the big green, Kevlar and a flash, full util and AKs for everybody else. So round number 9, we're about to see everything go into this one. Hades has his out on the other side here as well. And a standard 2-3 split of the defenses for ENCE. Yeah, looking to go into that default spread is fnatic. You can hear the extinguish, you can see the flash. Spinks is on notice.
Balls on Spinks, continues without the smoke to strafe up and get tucked up. No information for fnatic on that, so this aggression facilitated by Hades in support. You cannot cross like this, Peppzor. There's a line drawn by Hades as it currently stands. Smoke would be required. He is going to be ahead of it. And Peppzor, a sitting duck, only the leg shot, but Spinks can activate. He knows he's got Peppzor tucked low and will finish him off. Another perfectly executed opening CT aggress.
Yeah, looked like they wanted to disrupt the default, and that was perfect. That was beautifully done. At most, you have 3 players with 1 connector link, and now they have to go towards B. Snappy's on this great position, tucked up on the drain. They're not even going to flash. They're going on the fade. This is great for Snappy.
Yeah, he should be able to get 1 minimum. It's posted up, well sprayed, but it's Maden as well. Throws his name in the feed, only mezii. He knows they like to linger on the box. It's a hard clear, though. They can release that crouch key anytime. Every cue you give, Diha patient with it. Heaven posted up as well. Diha can strike, and it's Hades instead. He's up to 10. He's having a good day. And I mean, we talked about Hades and Spinks. Just keep your eyes on them. They're at the top of the tables, both double digits. It's a brilliant day in the office for ENCE fans.
It's a great duo to have over towards A as well, especially if they're on, right? I think that this team, we can talk about the firepower, we can say how good they are individually. I don't think we've really seen it come to its full fruition, especially in big matches just yet, but this is a team for the future, and this is a type of matchup. If they can pick this up against Fnatic, it doesn't have to be a blowout, right? It doesn't have to be crazy convincing, but a win here in a round of 12, they move into a quarterfinal where they would be favored. They can pick that up, starting to build on the ENCE project and how threatening, how deep they can truly push a run within to the top 10. But this is looking like it wants to be quite B heavy here. You can see the bomb on Crims, he's in the pipe. There's some utility for a B explode as well. And early it was red. You could see Hades, he was heaven. I think he still is chilling heaven right now. So this is a good read quite early from Snappy to shut down any hijinks. So there's that molly again. Maybe something to highlight. So here comes the execute behind it.
Yeah, maden at least flashed off. They get some space, and for a moment, D has still posted, and the rifles actually just moving around the smoke. One by one, fnatic emerge out of it. Snappy will find himself another lovely find. Peppzor's gone. This half buy has not got anything going. No traction for fnatic at all. The bomb now lost into the possession of ENCE. And with 5 still alive, make it a perfect round if they can finish this one off.
Yeah, Poison might have something to say about that. Would love to get another kill here, but currently just the Glock in hand. Is able to get the Go-Go Gadget arms, but goes on down. maden with the final kill and all 5 staying alive. Now, at this point, if we can discuss what could be nice for Fnatic to operate with, I would say 4 or 5 rounds, right? It doesn't need to be anything crazy. We don't need an 8-7 half. If they could get themselves 4 or 5, I think that they're still in a shot to make this map competitive, especially once we start seeing some of these rocks, the likes of mezii, the likes of Crims, and the AWP activated of Poison on the CT side, right? I don't think this one's done and dusted just yet, but this is a great game early from ENCE.
Yeah, it can change in a heartbeat, though. We know Counter-Strike is a cruel mistress in that respect. 8-2 sounds great, but how often have we seen those slip away with just a bit of a momentum shift?
A bit more util early, a bit more pressure as well.
Check out Spinks and mezii head-to-head, and he's ready again. Like, he's got a lovely balance. He's struck a really nice balance between these aggressive maneuvers and then falling back into play the advantage. Crims has pulled him straight back into a 4v4, and just like that, the advantage is gone.
Spinks can get out now. He can evacuate all the way back through B, even call it clear, and Hades has taken down another kill. So at this point, it's Peppzor and Poison, the Ps. Well, 2 Ps in a pod right now is... I'm sure they would love to get a kill gifted, but look how passive ENCE have tucked up. Hades immediately back towards long after that contact. Spinks has pushed all the way forward in towards T-spawn. The only way to be now is down through Connect. You can see that highlighted here. And that angle from Spinks with the HP he has, it's not going to be an expected position. So even if they do return, they're going to be in a world of strife. And Alex, at this point, if you're Fnatic, are you thinking, well, do we already save? And if you do, where are you going to play to save? Because with Spinks in this position I've highlighted, they might even start to look earlier than you might expect.
Yeah, and this, I mean, just as this is perfectly leading into what we were just discussing. Yeah, you are going to be hunted. This is the AWP on Poison that you will not see again. And, well, you certainly won't now, because D has just taken head-to-head duels, and likely a tut of the tongue from coaching staff. Keita's going to be upset to see them sent back to the Stone Age. It's 3.7 on the high end, mezii at 4. It's going to be Deagles and a bit of util.
Yeah, it's getting problematic now, right? And I will highlight it again. Some of the keys to Fnatic, and the reason they got here, sure, they had Banjo standing in while Crims was out with COVID during the group stage, but Poison's opening kills, and then the team converting off the back of that. I think off the top of my head, it was in the 70+ range off of the opening kills that Poison was getting, the team was converting. Right now, the guy has 1 kill. So you can see how well that opening kill department is going. And then mezii on the pistol rounds, and in general, he was a huge force to be reckoned with. So right now, they're just being kept at bay, not getting away with what got them to this point. Deagles are noted. The sound cues are given on over, and up through connected, they'll slink. Poison in towards the playground with the bomb. And the first point of contact, well, there it is. Hades takes a shot, dips on back.
Well, there's a buck of the trend in the sense that all 5 Fnatic weather the first fight.
Spinks could get timing to you.
Well, yeah, potentially. He's actually moving towards them. He wants to take some fights, and the smoke implies they're crawling. Poison's got the bomb. It would need backup, but Spinks happy and content with showing presence and anticipated that. Swings, loses his life and his rifle.
Well, here's a change. Let's see, can they operate with an opening kill? It's been a while since Crims has got them an opening. Is he with Kevlar? Right, he could even hand that over to Alex, who has head armor if he would really like here. but turning back towards B, and
it's a good call.
Just snappy here right now.
How often have we seen that position pay off, though? And it's doing it again. Nice trade. That's the rifle. Used well. Maden has fallen into the site and ready to threaten Crims. Gets the info. Maden in water to be isolated, but Hades is already raining down terror. Big from mezii. And he's not stopping. Poison's put one in the feed as well on that dig, and just like that, fnatic rise to a third and rise to the occasion. Just
with pistols as well there. You think about the buy that they've just brought on into that. I believe that is only their third opening kill so far, and that one has come through Peppzor, right? So Spinks has given that one over a little bit there. You think the team should be able to recover, but well handled. Regrouping, the misdirection was nice. They're able to get their third round. Now remember, the bar that I'm setting here for a competitive CT half out of fnatic, they only need to get 4 or 5, right? So 1 or 2 more rounds now, and if they're able to pick up this one, they can really start working on that economy events and throw them back on down to the Stone Age. Peppzor's selling this on his lonesome here. The extinguish, the flashes to sell that they're going for one of the default plays, but it's more of a B lean here. Crims again with water control early.
Oh, not actually, because through the flames, the smoke, he still finds the head of Crims through that underpass. Mezii's trying to find him, but he's long gone.
Poison's looking up, but Snappy's below the crosshair.
Oh no, Poison's missed it, and already Snappy's about to win the round. Finally falls. What was a 3v5 falls back into a little bit more of a manageable 3 versus 4. They are incredibly spread, and I do like the space that Peppzor's taken on his own initiative.
Good decision. They're going to clear backyard of B right now. Peppzor has to be the linchpin of all this, the unknown entity. Can he find any room? Can he find any impact here?
He's just fired off a shot. You know he's close toilets. Maden, however, calling that T-Spawn is dead silent.
No one's accounting for long, so they want them to cross site. Hades might pivot if Util comes on in. Dihar rotating back now, could get there in time. It's all down to Peppzor and Alex.
Smoke comes from alongside. Dihar will have his attention drawn. Peppzor, however, going to meet the incendiary. Does he go forward on that? I think he does.
Nice.
Oh, wow! Takes down Dihar. Hades and Spinks are trapped in the toilets. And there is mezii to cage them. Reveals himself now, but Maden's here as well. They're losing the numbers game here. And Alex doesn't even get a chance to play out the clutch. Well handled in the end. It looked like a gap, but doesn't feel like one.
No, that was a good push, right? And I think one of the things that we highlighted that slipped my mind until this very moment was how cheeky against some of the teams ENCE were getting with the pushes. They seemed very unrelenting. They were always taking space. They were just a nuisance. Even when it felt like you had bought respect with really good hard presses of defaults, they'd worm their way in. Lovely shot there. We all fit one of those before, but a big one from Peppzor. I'm sure that'll do wonders for the confidence of the kid.
Yeah, that gives you the shivers, doesn't it? Nice find. 10 though for ENCE, immediately reminding fnatic who they're up against.
The plant's good, right? The plant is really good here because they can get another buy back in, right? Loss bonus at the moment into the last round of play will be 3,400. If they can plant again, they can stay threatening in these next 2. So getting into the site, that's a positive. Crims could have dropped an AWP across, but it looks like he's investing into an AK. So Poison might have to go knocking on mezii's door, who's currently got 9k if they want to operate with this. But remember, again, Poison struggling here a little bit, only 2 kills. They do get him the AWP back for the Star Orpa if he can have the big green in his hand. So another opportunity now for Poison. Something's got to give here, though.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they haven't been able to break through this gruesome twosome. Spinks and Hades, more than capable. And again, he says that he loves this cross. Finally, he gets punished for it. The Spinks maneuver cut down early.
You don't see that often. Peppzor literally beelined straight towards that position with head tucked. It's almost like a long play where you're getting flashes from your teammates coming and hoping to catch him on a timing, and Spinks has given up another opening here, so pressure now on Hades.
That's an interesting change-up.
Takes some initiative here, the kid. The 19-year-old from the academy, not afraid to get in with a bit of aggression now, and 2 openings for him in the last few, one of which has led to success. Can he do it again?
Yeah, it's going to be feeling good. See if they can build upon it. Looks like Alex has made a call. Lurk smoke, keep them guessing. Force a rotate, ideally execute into a 3v2.
Are they going to leave Peppzor here? Well, they've actually kept Poison quite aggressive long right now, so it still could be smoke and mirrors for a while longer, but back to B we go. Maden on contact could get the first glimpse.
Yeah, you can see his responsibility. He can spot you on the shadow, and he has spotted you on the jiggle. Wow, he even goes for a second look. He wasn't happy with what he got the first time. Still alive, crawling. And they're kind of contacting into both sites at the same time. The bomb is on Alex, so if he goes down, he does. And Dihar, with a bit of a massacre, takes one of his own.
Snappy's rotating. He's given up A.
Hades is still in toilets. The bomb's loose on B. With 20 seconds left, Poison coming in from behind. Snappies need to be prepared for this. There's multiple targets, and Peppzor's good for another. It's going to be hard for Hades to contribute here. Oh, did his tip of the head be spotted? Perhaps he's been heard. Scoped up. They need to plant. He couldn't deny it. Still Peppzor. Third in the round for a fourth for fnatic. Okay, Peppzor. Yeah, you get a smile on your face for that one. Big contributions, opening and closing.
Yeah, good stuff. I don't know if the concept, here it is, here's the B-line I was talking about. Head down, flash up, away he goes with the opener. So the two Peppzor openings onto Spinks have both netted the rounds here. A little bit unfortunate with the TK going on just there, but not the end of the world, you would think. They're able to claw this one back with a very awkward maneuver, but we've got one more round to play. Don't let the music bait you on in. This one ain't done yet. 11-4 or 10-5 is the score that'll be on the way out the door. Crim's fall with the boost again. D-How, you've been caught off once, you've been caught off before, and you caught off again. Mezii, beautiful shot.
Yeah, fnatic, they're finding some headshots. They are, however, forced to contend with both Hades and maden. Just on the opening exchange, Hades posts his 15th on that AWP, and the aggression this time cut short. Peppzor, good for it. Well, that is a very, very frag-centric first 20 seconds. He's ready for the duel here, mezii. Good, should be good to punish, and just a bit shy of the mark. Pulls a bit more util out. There's not much more left in the bank. He wants to re-smoke divide up. And Hades just looks like he's in the right place every single time. A second now from this defensive AWP. Snappy to be cleared, and oh, he spots him! But Peppzor does not engage. It's mezii left alone now. Final round of this half. 5 sounds a whole lot better than 4. But only mezii to try and provide it. They group up, playing the numbers game. Might be able to pick apart one, but the AWP is still posted. Smoke will enable a plant, perhaps. Worried about so many different options. Spinks is coming to join him as well. He's taking a bit too much time here. The smoke has faded and the bomb's still not planted. This gets awkward for mezii. Oh my god, he has caught the AWPer, and with a couple of seconds to spare, does he fake, does he hunt? Clears water. Awkward timing.
Has to plan now.
Timing, spots him, has to hold it. Spinks pushes out, and mezii goes for the balls to the wall maneuver. Doesn't pay off. Spinks handles business. ENCE the same. This is fnatic's pick, and ENCE 11 rounds coming into their T side. ENCE have definitely struck in our first half of Overpass. Now we get to see if fnatic can counter-strike.
Cool.
In more ways than one. I've got Chad Birchall with me. My name's Machine. And fnatic are in hot pursuit of a pistol.
Well, a little Peppzor right here between Alex and Crims has actually been the highlight for me within the first half. Got a multi-kill on the pistol, had some openings for the team, even had a closer right there, but we'll kick things off with the attack. Snappy lining up the heaven smoke, and well, I just said the hero, Peppzor's down.
Yeah, Crims, he was great initially. Already the util raining in. It's Alex, though, that does seem to hold them off at the gate. He's got a smoke to divide them, force them into one channel. Doesn't help, though, if your teammates are dead. Already, Crim's gone. Alex dancing around with multiple Ts. He has been met by Spinks' Glock, but still a competitive round after all of this. 2 frags from Spinks to get him in. Can Snappy get him out? hot water now. Poison and mezii. Hard shots, good damage, brought low. This can still go wrong, but bomb should be facilitated. Oh, not far off either. Yeah, Poison starting to crawl 12 bullets. Only needs a couple onto Snappy. They're both so low. Oh. They're still going to hit the shot. Spinks gets them both a 4K. He comes alive, and with 2 HP, it's all he needs.
I can't believe they both played on the site like that. It's so crazy. They burrowed in, and that smoke with the escape from Snappy showing himself, I think that's what allowed Spinks to jump up like this, right? So they're focused on Snappy, and then Spinks just goes, what up? 21 kills for Spinks now, and the last two on 2 points of health.
He doesn't need help. He just doesn't need help. He'll do it on his own. And he has got full util, AK, and full Kev. Watch out for Spinks in round 2.
Well, Fnatic need to do what happened to them back here. They need to force by victory, or this one might end quick. I said that, 11-4, 10-5, it might be enough. But if they don't get the force, they're going to be feeling down and out. And eco in the next will be necessary. This scout in the hands of Poison, the Deagle, and mezii, they need to stall them out because ENCE are working on the full map press here. The default over towards bathroom. Smokes are forward. Poison will take contact here if he hangs around.
This is a necessity for Fnatic. Now, the fight comes to them. A whole lot more here on the CT side. It's just a question of how unified ENCE will be upon arrival. 3 leaning early from the CTs.
There hasn't been a geeky little maneuver here to bait out Crims, right? We saw that in the first half. That was wild, but there is a reaggress long right now, Alex. There might be a bit of Fight Club here with Hades, and there's multiple members. mezii and Alex tucked on the other side of the planter box.
Yeah, I mean, it's... with the support of Poison, so hard for Hades to break through. He is unlikely to be the first contact, but he is walking in. Nades are drawn. Poison's attention too. And with the back turn, they both fall just as easy as that. Caught slipping. Oh, wow, that was an anticlimactic conclusion.
Yeah, hugely so, right? Because you had one player playing anti-flash, the other got caught off guard with the timing, and there was no swing. The bullets were coming through, but there was no swing. So this one is done and
like dusted. A bad park, Chad. 0 swings. Yeah,
dearie me. Well, down the slide right now, a Fnatic to what could be a loss on their map choice. This is going to be the 13th. The save CZ75 and the Deagle are going to be the best thing they have to bolster going into round 18, and that could get ripped away from them too. Maden is already starting to hunt this one out. Crim's going to peek his head up the fireman pole, spotted. More information has been gathered here for ENCE, and if they really want, they can push the issue. They can rip this armor, they can rip these upgraded pistols away.
There's nothing that would sour the mood more than having your bare bones save disrupted.
The thing for Crims is as well, is like the CZ's great, up close and personal, might get away with one. If you're very lucky, you get the double. But as well, the kill reward for that is $100. So it's not like even if he gets a couple kills, you're not farming a lot of extra cash, and cash is the biggest issue in round 18. They're dropping the smoke.
Oh no, we have to see this again.
Yeah, where's the...
Alex was actually doing graffiti. He had his pen out. He was doing a little tag. Alex was here.
Naughty.
2K22.
Naughty. What's the fine for that these days?
About €100 these days.
Okay, he can cover that. He'll be right with that. How's that in pounds?
Well, honestly, I think that's about 5,000 GBP.
Yeah, they do things a little bit more differently in the UK, don't they?
Yeah, you could say that. Differently or worse.
Yeah, well, you say potato, I say potato.
No, I'm not going to make the joke. Got someone kicked out of a team.
We're in the produce aisle right here, everybody.
There you go. Mezii's gone down again, and it seems like ENCE, really are just pulling teeth.
Look at that nade as well.
On the money.
Yeah, right on the nose of Crims.
Maybe Crims got something to say next round, because this one's done.
Yeah, this one is done. And here's the bigger issue. If everybody from ENCE stays alive, think about the buffer of cash they're going to have going forward here, right? And you could do something very, very quick with 3 MAC-10s. You could do a connector push, spill on out into sewer. You could do a fast B monster play. Why not? Balls to the wall Counter-Strike. Alex is the final one to find. He's been dinked on down. And another MAC-10 kill coming on through. So if you're Snappy right now, the world is your oyster as far as the calls go. You could literally do anything. You can make everybody reinvest with AKs and orbs. You could just keep onto this bonus buy and go fast. You could wait out all the early YouTube. You could do whatever you want.
Okay, live with the mindset Snappy has, which is let's just completely milk this bonus for as much as we can. How do we viably walk into 4 M4s and an AWP with 3 MAC-10s?
I think one of the cool things you could do early if you are ENCE is throw out a bit of a fake. The CTs are going to be very skittish to use their utility early, and then you could still have enough utility left over on the T side to go for a bit of a double pump. Going towards A with MAC-10s is a curious one, but mezii Get caught in a bit of a timing here. Some nades are coming on through. They've already been pushed on back towards the bathrooms. And look at this. Fast over the flames.
Oh!
Diha, a massive opener.
Poison doesn't even get to play the game. Playtime is cancelled by Diha. Throws on the high-vis. Shake of the head. Mezii's next on his naughty list as well. The nade's not far off. And mezii stands to deliver a double of his own. He's saving this round for fnatic. 3 kills to the good from the Brit. Not done yet. Alex caught out, sprayed down, and mezii forced into the site. Space is taken. Yeah, he may have to. Crimson Peps completely committed to B.
They can get an AWP here in the hands of Spinks, and not shabby on the AWP by any means, so they can pressure the site even more. So Peppzor trying to push out, but there's still 55 seconds left. It feels like this round's already been going for ages.
Yeah, hasn't opted to drop his smoke, but Crims is there in support. Ideally, you have a direct, viable trade off of this engagement. mezii deals with Snappy. He's on for an ace here. Really is giving fnatic this 5th round just through his own prowess. Spinks, last one to come, evades the nade, and not quite done yet. Peppzor makes a meal of that.
He just threw the AWP over the fence right now, so they're not getting that back.
Careful, Crims. There's an AK in play. Spinks, 1 click could make this an awkward 1v1. Not to be. 5th secure, 4 from mezii, and he gets a whole lot of credit for that one.
4 kills there, 18 in total right now. mezii, the only one who's trying to chase on down these ENCE members. The next closest is Peppzor with 10 frags to his name. This is a very fortunate double up here. You can see just getting each other stuck there in the divided position. A necessary kill onto Snappy, who was just searching for whatever he could find on the site, and there it is. Ma'am, the ball's gone over the fence again.
Oh, God, having to go get it.
That is real rough because there's not going to be an AWP out for Poison now. It is just going to be rifles again within the hands of fnatic. And remember, it was a bonus round. It didn't start fantastically. Actually, I tell a lie. There was the Diha Scorcher. But the middle of the round kind of simmered away. They heated things up towards the end.
And you can't help but just imagine, you know, put yourself into Poison's shoes. First day of playoffs, new team, I want to impress. And he hasn't really got to play the game. Every time that orb's been in his hands, he's been completely eliminated. First thing.
He needs to activate in this CT half if they want to have any chance, right? The AWP player is instrumental in locking down the site. Either it's presence or it's kills, and he is in the position to find these openings.
We just watched Hades show us how scary an orb can be, you know? Just racks him up, lots of easy sitters on the way and rotating between the two. Lovely cam from Rob's team to see the opening default established.
The T side of Overpass, I think it's a difficult map to call on, right? I think you add that, you add Ancient obviously to the mix there. Not the easiest of maps, right? You have to first of all worry about all these aggressive maneuvers from the CTs. They can push long, they can jump up party, they can push towards the fountain, they can play in connector, right? They throw that utility to dissuade you and hold you back within the early stages. Now ENCE are just operating in a bit of a default spread, right? 3 towards A, they're taking long control first, likely to pivot through upper bathrooms, come back on down. Diha, a big component of this with connector control, and Spinks is actually also over towards sewer, so they have a little bit more real estate than fnatic might realize.
Yeah, but Poison without the AWP, he still has to fill his responsibility of long. So what is it? Is it just cursory jiggles and a smoke?
This is one of those context calls, right? If you're Hades, you know that this is a position you get the advantage of. So now, noted, pressure coming, Poison under the pump right here.
You can see he's flirting with the idea of that smoke, but doesn't want to throw it too early. But as they throw theirs, surely now they could come through this. There is flashes. He's anti. Could be punished, though. Even this one. Snappy slinks through. It's up to mezii. So blind. Isolated, but alive. Mysteriously. Now shut down. Alex alone on the site. And he's gone too. Maden has kicked open the door. The site lost. The rotate through is Spinks trying to deal with Crims. And he keeps the round, albeit momentarily, interesting. Peppzor's been spotted on the way through, so they know where Crims is. No plant. That's to change. Maden gets it down.
Safe side plant there as well, I think. So this one is going to be difficult for Crims to rumble here. Hades and Diha both playing bathroom side. Maden can just jump spot this position, and, well, they don't expect him to go around the world. He hasn't. The flash through. I'm going to find Crims, who looks like he just wants to hold on to this M4 now.
I don't know if he will. Well, he knows he's known. Kind of sped him up, I reckon. That bit of a bullet boost.
Can't swing here, can he?
Nope, and I'm not sure he gets much more. Nice find in terms of survival. One behind and one from toilets. So they're locking him in. He's going to have to fight his way out. It'd be great to take Hades and force a rebuy, but it's unlikely. And yeah, Diha We'll make sure of that.
Okay, well, just one more round now needed from ENCE, right? The lack of AWP and the fact that ENCE is just going to punish the longest corridor on the map immediately off the back of that. Great calling from Snappy here to try and close this down. And look, it's not even the kill. You can see that they pick up the pace here. They're not worried about a re-peek from a rifle. That utility comes in. You could see Poison playing anti-flash, but Snappy was ahead. Didn't predict perfectly their Poison, and now just down to a broken brittle buy. MP9's 3 of which a Deagle and a Scout in play for the final round here. Round number 21 should be all she wrote for Overpass. Nuke up next.
That's going to be interesting.
CT start for
Poison's
fnatic.
been known to pop off. That would be maybe where he can kind of get his wings back. A real nasty state of affairs for them in their opener, though. This is... I suppose maybe this is an extension of what they were talking about on the desk. You know, my question to Yanko and Kassad is how much does the fact that they didn't get to pick into their comfort, the fact that we ended up on Overpass, lead to a surprise result like this? Is their map pool that susceptible to a ban?
I would say, you know, since Poison is still relatively new and Peppzor's here from the academy team, I think that they are just working on bare bones. You also have the RMR coming up around the corner, so for them, they're going into best of ones. They might need to have a bit of a stronger map pool.
Well, it doesn't get worse than that for Peppzor. You eat one flash, completely white screen as your playtime is cancelled. Oh, a little bit of a cheeky ankle there, and they do bait and switch, but it needs some SMGs there. D are a very wild spray. Alex doesn't get much more than one.
Mezii could try and rumble this.
Yeah, I mean, he'll give it his best shot. Bomb's already going down. Oh, and Maden's already flanking, so... I'm afraid, folks, this is all she wrote for Overpass. fnatic's attempt at a pick. And ENCE, a team that really did do damage to get here to the playoffs, have managed to maintain that form here in their opening affair. Really looking scary. Poison quite the opposite, goes down 16-5. Quite the hefty lead for ENCE so far.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. This is a dominant victory on their opponent's map choice. With Nuke up next, this is a series now that if you are ENCE, you're going to want to close out as quick as you like. Now, I do believe on the sidelines, Heku will be looking for an interview with one of the ENCE players.